It is your boy Fintan back for another spot with DTO. I'm going to go to a spot that I'm quite familiar with today because we are in the midst of the scoop grind and I don't really want to embarrass myself after a 9-hour grind. So we're going to jump into 45 big blinds. It is going to be hijack versus big blind. I also am very close to getting on the leaderboard here, which is one of the main reasons I want to do it. So if you see here, at this moment in time, we are in 7th place. We have almost the best percentage. Our EV loss is up there, but we just don't have as many hands. So if we play this for 30 minutes, it'll probably be about 50 hands. We'll do like 50 hands now, and we'll see if we can continue up this streak. I will go over the spots and we will try and learn this. But this is a spot I'm a little bit more familiar with, so hopefully it will be somewhat educational and I'll try and explain why we are doing things. We do have a streak. This is the window with the streak of 34 in as well. So it could be good for us, but I should go over the ranges. We'll fold this one and just go over the ranges next hand. Or are we? Yeah, we'll go over next hand. So as you can see, the hijack range, we have all of the suited aces. We have down as far as ace 8 off. We mix king 9. Every Broadway gets opened, suited 7s, and then this region mixes a little bit down here. And of course, opening all the pairs as well. And then in the big blind, they're going to get stripped of this little region. They're not going to have any 10s plus. 9s is a heavy mix to 3-bet. And then ace queen is non-existent, really. And ace jack is mixed when it is offsuit and flatted when it's suited. So that's how the ranges look. So yeah, we are going to go over the spot. I'm not sure if, am I going to mess up straight away? We'll go with the bigger size. I think it's safe to go with the bigger size. And the turn, we are going to check. And we fold the river. I want to check, do they ever bet the turn? Like, I wouldn't, but I'm wondering, nah. Pure check, pure big bet. All right, maybe we just get a 50 streak right now, right here, and I just set off into the sunset. I demand that Dom renames it FTO rather than DTO. Okay, so I guess, does this like checking? No, it likes the small bet. Okay, I need to look at this. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, I bet big off a bit too much on this board. Okay, so it's a mostly range small bet on 10-9-7. I thought we would have some checks on this board, and I also thought we would have some big bets. But I understand why. I mean, they have full weights on 8-6, they have full weights on Jack 8. So they have a lot of flop straights. They have way more 2 pairs than us. But look, we survived by the skin of our teeth. We're still going. This is going to be a big bet board. These ace high Broadway boards are pretty much just going to be range. Big bets. A little bit of mixing aces and a little bit of mixing king 9 for the balance, but mostly we're just going to bet big on them boards. All right, 4 in a row. Can we get 50 in a row? I'm going to bet big. And on the diamond, I'm going to barrel. And on the deuce, Ha 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 ha. A lot of stuff bricked. And I blocked the backdoor diamonds. Am I really allowed to show down king 10 here? No, I'm not. I would always bluff this in game, but I thought it would not bluff on a deuce. I would obviously bluff if we didn't have the diamond, but yeah, no, we just bet. I guess we just can't lose to ace high clubs and ace high diamonds or ace high spades, whatever it was. All right, no 50 in a row for me, unfortunately. Whoops. We have to bluff. The question is for what size. I kind of like overbetting on this run out, on this card. But we can have a lot of hands that might want to block here. I'm going to overbet. Fuck it. No, 2 in a row wrong. It doesn't like it. The 6 is just good enough for me to bet small and make it very, very tough for their ace highs, I guess. All right, 2 in a row wrong. This is not what was meant to happen in the spot that I know probably better than all the other spots combined. Not where we want it to be. Check. Oh no. I'll block. All right, here we go. Streak goes again. I think that's just. I would have bet this a lot more than 50%. I would not have would have not have found the big bet, which I guess is a little bit on the tight side. And this board, you can probably check this hand a little bit, I guess. Check. Try and show it down. Ugh. I don't think I'm gonna fold. I mean, they're gonna have a lot. They're gonna have a lot of good hands here, but I don't think we're ever folding. It does mix the fold a little bit. As you can see, the flop does check sometimes. So this is one of the boards where we get some checks with this region with the 7x and I guess maybe pocket 8s. Yeah, not really trapping though. Again, obviously the 10s, the jacks, the queens, the kings, they want to just start piling chips in. That's why we use the larger bet a lot of the time. And on this one, it's going to be small. If that was offsuit, I think we should be over betting, but I think we'll just use this size. Yeah, there's a small bit of big betting, but mostly this smaller size. All right, we continue. Well, if we could just have 50 of these in a row, we would set a record that might never be beaten on DTO. This one I'm not sure about. All right, we've played 25 hands, but it wasn't 25 hands at this spot. Yeah, this is the heavy mix. Carla says, do you earn more as a streamer or as a poker player nowadays? It depends on what time frame you're going, because we are currently down money this year. But I would like to think that by the end of the year we have a good chance of being in a profit. It just takes one scoop. I'm only down a small bit. We've lost, I think we were up 5 or 10k before scoop started, and I've lost 15k since, so we're probably down 5-10k this year. And obviously I've made an income, but every other year of my life so far I've made more money as a poker player than I have a streamer, which is something I'm proud to say, because I consider myself a poker player that streams rather than a streamer that plays poker. But it is natural that at some point that will change. It can be tempting here with the ace of spades, but it's just not good enough against the size on this board. We don't have enough good turn cards for us, so we are just going to fold. And here, I'm not going to fold on 10-4 deuce, obviously. That would not be smart. I don't know if we lead this size or this size. I'm almost certain it'll be this size, but like we would have a lot of leading even on like a 5 and stuff, which would definitely be this size, but maybe we could do this one here. I think at this stack depth it is it's going to be fine to use the small, because we can just shove rivers like so. Yeah, it is this size. Like I thought it would be, it's just making sure. And as you can see on the river, we're just polar with these spots a lot of the time. Well, that's not true. Like we can actually block. That's not actually entirely true. We can block this river as well with some hands that don't want to go all in. But with a 4, it's very, very nice to just be all in. And how do we bluff it? Stuff like King Jack that calls the flop, King Queen, 6-5, that would be a straight draw. So we have plenty of bluffs. And we want to make their life difficult, you know, because obviously we have a lot more 4s. Or was it 5s? Whatever it was, we have a lot more. Did they bet small? I'm going to lead. I think this board is mostly a large bet for them, so I like betting and just, you know, making their queen jacks fold or king queens fold, etc. No. I mean, DTO I think should bet this board big a lot, right? Yeah. So that was the reason I did it. But they still do have a lot of ace-x, so maybe a little bit silly. Are we leading anything, or is it just not like this hand? No. No, I guess that's a mistake. Jack 10x is mostly big, but it's like it's still a quite heavy mix, so I don't mind that one. I don't know how we've gone overall here. I think we're still marching towards getting up on the leaderboard. I would love to get a streak that is higher than the 34. That would be very, very, very ideal. Yeah, we fold. We have backdoor spades, but it's just not enough on this board. I think we can probably check this sometimes, but with the diamonds, I'm a little bit more inclined to bet big, which I need to check and see if it's right. Just a check, right? Damn it! We were so close to checking. Do we bet ace 9? Yeah, king 9. You can see there is some checking on the flop. It's just these boards are quite dynamic and we put under a lot of pressure, and it's a decent amount of big blinds to get in with top pair, weak kicker, but a little bit disappointing that I bet this one. Are we still on 81%, or have we dropped it all? We're still on 81%, but we're definitely not improving on it right now. All right, one hand. This is a streak. Let's get loose. Get a little looser. Okay. I fold. It likes, oh, so I actually missed these checks with the ace 8 and ace 9 and ace 10. Like, this middle region does a lot of checking. Yes, confirmed, have 0 tables at this moment in time. Sorry to the YouTube people. We're just streaming on Twitch. We just finished the session during Scoop and we're still live. Okay, wasn't sure on this one. We're just going to do 30 minutes of playing DTO, and then we're going to do 30 minutes of cash games. The plan. Okay. Prefers raising. Don't find that enough in game. Do not find it enough. For sure. Don't know why I'm looking at this one. I should have looked at the last one. I'm so used to the spot that we are going through it a little bit too quick, maybe. That's all right. I'm gonna bet again. Does it like checking sometimes? Yeah. I mean, this is right on the border, right, where it gets real dicey. Like, if they bet shove, or if we bet and they shove, it's a bit awful. Obviously, ace king, ace queen, we're not going to be checking that much. It does slide in a little bit, though. Still, just because it's such a good turn for our opponent overall. They have a lot more 2 pairs on that turn. They turn straights. And we wouldn't fold this for any size. If they bet large and we had 8 deuce without the backdoor flush draw, we would fold. But against this size, obviously, it's just very easy call. And we're just going to try showdown. Hope they have an ace 8, an ace 9, whatever it may be. Kind of feels like a nice hand to jam. Kind of feels like a nice hand to put in their eye. But I think it's going to be 100% okay to fold. And if it's an all-in, it won't be like more than 20% of the time. So I'm just going to take the safe bet. Okay, just pure folds. What do we do bluffing with? What do we do our bluffing with? We very much want to block the river set, which is pretty common, but I didn't think they would use that size with the set, which is why I didn't think it would matter as much. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna raise. I think with the flush draws we should raise. I think their nut ratio is still quite high, so I don't think we should bet this size. Yeah, it's hard to bet this big as a bluff if we have something like Queen Jack that would probably raise the turn, because they just have so many 10s that we don't really want to bluff and make it that expensive for ourselves. I want to check what it likes raising the turn with as a bluff. Like, I would use Queen Jack. Okay, it doesn't like using Queen Jack. It likes using a Jack, but not Queen Jack. Because Queen Jack can straight over straight. So that makes sense. It likes using Ace Jack and King Jack. There's too much good things that can happen if we make it straight with the Queen Jack, I guess. We just get a lot of chips in against the 10x, right? On a 10. I'm gonna bet. If we had king 6 of hearts, I think it would be 100% bet. I think this might be a mix, but I'm gonna overbet this time. And on this card with this hand, this has just got to be an all-in. Let's see. Oh, see, it likes checking this one, but it didn't like checking the last one. I just want to make sure I'm almost certain that my thought process will be right, but not really. Okay. It's pretty much barreling them all though, so it's not a huge flaw in the thinking. It doesn't matter that much. Oh my god, I'm telling them what they have. 4.4. La 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 la. I kind of want to go all in. Large bet though, isn't it? It is a large bet. It is a large bet, and it is too large. Do we like all in with a 4 that is not blocking the ace? Because I guess we do. Yes. Blocking the ace is just not something we can do. It makes it too hard for them to find the calls. I felt that was going to be it, but I also I'm a greedy so-and-so who wants to get as many chips as possible, alright? I can't help it. I think 9-7 deuce is just mostly big betting. Oh, Finty's wrong. I thought we would have, yeah, okay. So we do bet a lot of our range, but these hands, it makes a little bit more sense to have as checks. Okay. I don't think it's going to be a mistake to bet big there, but I can understand why you would not. Check fold, check fold. Are we anywhere near a streak? We're on 4. Why? This is a big bet board a lot of the time, but I think we can probably mix to a smaller bet too sometimes. It prefers mixing to a check than the small bet. It is just a big bet board, like queen 9-6. Good shots, straight draws everywhere. Bet big. That's the hack. The more straight draws is, generally the bigger we gotta bet. I don't know if that's the right way to say it though, and it might be quite confusing for people. Alright. We'll keep playing for a little bit because some of the hands were earlier. We'll try and get a streak going before we throw the towel in here. Not going to fold a flush draw. Okay. No! We just can't get any momentum going. We're not doing terrible. Like, we're not getting like 4 or 5 out of 10 wrong at any point, but we're not getting a proper naughty streak to keep ourselves up on the leaderboard. I'll follow the river. Congratulations. How many hands have we got done now? 1048. We're still on 81%. I guess I'm just going to have to play. Oh, we're up to top 6. I guess I'm going to need to play around 1600 hands and we should get into the top. But these players have played 3000 and 2500. That is very, very impressive. I need to take some days off at some point and just grind DTO. No, we went through this. This was the exact same board as last time. Excuse me. 10-9-7 flush draw is not a big board bet. It's deceivingly similar to a lot of the boards that are big boards. But with the 8-6 and Jack 8 pure and all the 2-pair advantages, we just don't get to do it. So that's a slap on the wrist. Because look, the whole point and the reason I use DTO is to try and notice these patterns and then implement them. And that's a spot where we really should have noticed it. So a little bit disappointed with that one. I'm going to fold a straight draw here. Am I very bad at poker? No. All right. Let's get a little streak going and then we will call it a day for this week's video. I did cheat a little bit by doing a video on a series that I've already done a lot of, but I hope you're learning a little bit from it. And if you do have any questions, if you fire them in the comments, I do write back to them all the time. Oh my god, my headphones just turned off and it scared the living daylights out of me. If I had king 10, I'd definitely value bet. I'm gonna check. Oh, having a nightmare today. I'm putting it down to the fact we've streamed so much lately. and that we just streamed for 9 hours, and you're gonna have to forgive me, but that was unfortunately not great. I just want to keep getting chips in. You have a full house. Jack. Alright. Alright. One more attempt at getting a streak going. I'll fold. This is the streak, chat. This is the one that we get going. I fold. Alright, we're gonna get 39 right here, right now. I'm gonna give up, chat. I'm going to give up. Am I bad at poker? Okay, we're not bad at poker on the river. We are a little bit bad at poker. It likes going all in. I guess we check a reasonable amount of jacks on the turn. Yeah, and like they just don't check a lot of jacks themselves. So we have a good opportunity. Sorry, excuse me. User check, DTO. They don't check a huge amount of jacks. They have a few, but overall we're doing pretty well. So we rep the jack, we go all in, but not a huge mistake, which is nice. We call. We check fold against overbet. I'm gonna still fold, I think. My hand's dust. Oh, it's tough because I check raise a lot of 10x on the flop. Maybe I can't fold for this size. And now my hand's a good bluff catcher. And now my hand is a very good bluff catcher. Alright. Alright, we nearly folded the turn, but once we get to the river, it's too good of a bluff catcher. We have to call. Nice hand. Check. She... Nope. Alright. Just picked the in-between size, didn't I? Alright, last attempt at getting a streak, and then I'm gonna call it a day. And I'm not actually even gonna play the cash game because I'm just feeling a little tired and I feel like I'm playing sloppy, so I don't wanna ruin my streak of recording cash game videos. Recording cash game videos and winning 100% of the time. So we're gonna we check this 8 high. Give me peace. All right, last one. Last streak. Last opportunity, or we're done. If I get another one wrong, I'm packing in the towel. But I'm not going to. We're gonna make you watch at least 50 more hands. I bet. I call. Oh my god, I'm gonna outplay them with a full house. Alright. Where have I played it wrong? It likes checking the turn. Man, you gotta get more trappy with full houses than I am. I'm just always trying to get the chips in. Because I think that one of the biggest mistakes that regs do is not put enough chips in with the nuts. And I'm always like, yes, just get all the chips in. But apparently, you just gotta slow play a little bit more. I can't believe I'm ending on this note. I just felt like King 9 on Queen 4-4. Alright. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be back next week with a little bit of a more complex spot. I just hacked it a little bit, and even then I didn't cover myself too much in glory. So if I had to play the spot that was more, more complicated, I might have been in a little bit of trouble today. I feel like I have a little bit of brain fog after the grind. But if you have any questions in the chat, put them in the comments. This will be on the DTO YouTube and the Easy with Aces YouTube. And every day during Scoop, well, the majority of sessions we are starting with some DTO at the beginning of the session to warm up when we have a fresh mind and have not been grinding all day. If you want to check that out, it's on easywithaces.tv. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back next week with another video. Peace!